Working with me. My RAM has been wiped in it. ADHD stands for Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder. Bear in mind that name is a bit misleading because it's not always about hyperactivity or about having no attention. I got diagnosed towards the end of 2017. Well, that's when I began getting my diagnosis.
Yeah.
So originally I went to the GP and I complained about a lack of motivation and just general tiredness, so just lack of energy. So I'd already done a little bit of Google searching and just kind of self-diagnosis, I guess, and ADHD was the one that kind of aligned the most. So I put all of this together and I went to the GP and I said, look, so I think I might have ADHD.
Yeah.
I have no motivation to do even the things that I want to do. I'm not able to, even getting up and having a shower is something that I have to expend a ridiculous amount of energy on to force myself to do.
So, what was the point in your life where you first started experiencing things like ADHD? How did that even come across in your life? Because, I've actually known you for quite some years. I never knew that this ADHD thing was a part of your life or anything like that. When did that all actually start? How did it start?
All right, so when I was younger, I couldn't get out of bed. My family used to come in shifts, essentially, one by one, trying to wake me up and be like, get out of bed. And I'm like, yeah, give me 10 more minutes. It was impossible for me to think, I need to get up, I need to start my day, I need to do whatever. I was just thinking, in this moment, I need sleep, or I'm in bed, I'm fine.
What's it like living with ADHD right now?
The way my brain works is that when I need to do something, if you think about a car, right? Before you go, you need to switch it on. You have a starter motor for that. You switch the keys, it starts up, and then you're ready to go. For me, the starter motor is what is broken, in the sense that you can keep turning it, but no matter what, it's just not ready to get into gear and go. And the reason for that is essentially because your brain's not giving you the dopamine that's telling you that if you get up and go have some food, you'll get satisfied. If you get up and drink some water, you'll be hydrated. It's just, that's it. It's just not getting to that state.
So you mentioned medication. Are you on medication right now? Has your medication changed? And how does that affect your ADHD?
The point of medication is essentially to give a bit of a push start to that motor. Instead, it means that I already have that base level of energy. I can kind of just get going and be like, okay, cool. So what seems to work for me the best is Alvance, which is an extended release kind of medication. So what it means is that you take it in the morning and
it slowly releases.
Exactly, yeah. So hopefully by the end of the day you still have some in your system. I felt some effects when I took that originally, and I had to keep asking them to up it, and I was just like, I don't really think this is making much of a difference, to be honest. It might be placebo that I feel slightly different, or it might be that it's just giving me a bit of a boost, but everybody's chemistry is different, so what works for me might not work for somebody else. So that medication didn't work for me. It was about finding the right one that worked for me. Once I found the right medication, it was about finding the right dose. The extended release one in the morning, and I have an instant release one which I can take in the afternoon, so that if I've got a lot of work to be doing or things to actually be focused on in the evening, I don't crash, because obviously when the medication leaves your system, you can essentially have a crash and start being a bit tired and a bit more cranky, I guess.
How was it like telling your friends and family about your condition? Was it easy? Was it hard? Have you experienced any stigma attached to things on the way? Or, how's all that come about?
I think family find it harder to understand.
Okay.
Because it's sometimes easier, not easier, but I think this probably will be biased because I can't speak for everybody's families, but I think it's more of a brown kind of culture kind of thing where mental health kind of things aren't as
talked about
or even considered or really perceived to be an actual thing.
Yeah.
So if a brown kid has depression and the parent might have depression, you have push down it like so it's kind of for a long time it was just you need to try harder, and I still don't think it's been accurately conveyed in the sense that I've been able to explain like, look, this is why things are hard, and like I think it's just not quite as understood.
And to those people that is their first time even hearing about ADHD, is there anything you'd like to say to them, or like, you know, what would your advice be to, like, you know, general public?
I'd say it's not something alien, like it's not something like it's somewhere that you've got to treat somebody with special care and be like treat them in a special bubble completely separate to other people. It's nothing like that. It's like if someone was colorblind, you wouldn't just expect them to be like, oh, okay, this is green, this is blue, look at it, this is what it is.
Yeah.
You'd be like, okay, well, they're perceiving things in a different way. What would be the best way for me to approach it?